Hi, my name is Arvid and welcome to Pent Library. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can fill out the style editor and how you will install your first theme section. But before we get to that, we will take a look at the demo store that we are going to improve today. As you can see, this site lacks a hero section, so we are going to add that with Pent Library. But before we install the section, let's fill out the style editor. To get to the style editor, you will press the option in the left side menu of your Shopify admin under our app. Right now, our style editor consists of 3 different elements you can style: headings, text, and buttons. Let's get started with the headings. I click on the element I want to change, and in the right side panel I can start doing the changes. For this specific case, I will change the font, I will also change the font weight, and I will make sure that the font color is black. And then I will do these same settings for all my different heading variants. And now let's move on to the text elements. To style the text elements, I scroll down in the style editor and I click on the element that I want to change. I go to the right side panel and I do the changes. For this case, I'm going to change the font and the font weight. And now that we have styled all the different text elements, all that we have left is the buttons. We proceed to click the button we want to make changes to and start styling it. In this case, I'm going to change the font weight, and let's make the border radius of the button to 0 pixels. And remember to fill out the entire style guide, but you can of course make changes at any time you want. When you are satisfied with your changes, you simply press save. And now you are almost done. All you need to do is publish the changes to your main theme. You do this in the top right corner and pressing publish to main theme. Now we have done all the necessary setup and we can start browsing our theme section library for the section that we want to install. We have a broad selection of theme sections, but for the sake of this video, we're going to install Hero 2 to make our landing page a bit more intriguing and visually appealing. When you have installed the section of your choice, you can start using it in your Shopify theme. But before that, let me show you a quick tip that will help you save a lot of time. We recommend everyone to activate the inspector mode in the top right of the Shopify editor. This allows you to click on the canvas and edit selected elements. This little tip will save you a lot of time and make the Shopify editor a bit more pleasant to work with. From this point on, the workflow is just as normal in Shopify. We search for the section we installed and we add it to the canvas. And when the section has been added, we can start styling it. And from this point, I'm going to add the image to the left column, and I also want to have an overlay of 25% to increase the contrast between the image and the text. And then I will do the same thing for the right column. I will add a different picture, but the overlay will be the same amount to keep the design coherent. And because we have the inspector mode on, I can simply click the heading to start editing it. And since we have filled out our style editor, I can simply pick the huge option and the heading will be designed automatically. And now all I want to do is change the text, and I will say shop our bestsellers to get my message across. And thanks to having the inspector mode on, I can just click the other text and start styling it. For this case, I want the text to be a tiny bit bigger. And I want it to fit to my heading, so I will type some content that makes sense. Let's type something like browse our bestsellers and pick your favorites. Then I will start styling the buttons, and thanks to Inspector I can just click the button and I will choose the variant secondary because I want this button to be white. And I've done these changes in the style editor before. And then I want to change the label of the button to say shop now. And for the right button I want it to link to our offers, but I want it to look the same as the left button. So I will start with changing the label to see our offers, and then I will change the variant of the button to secondary so that it's also white. When we have styled this section to our liking, all that is left is to save and publish it to our live store. You publish the site just as you normally would. You go to the top right and press save. And then you just wait for Shopify to save the actual changes and for them to publish it to your live site. And now if we preview the site, you can see that we have improved our store quite a bit. We have a better hero section and a better flow for our landing page. Now you know how to add theme sections from Pent Library to your Shopify theme. And remember that you can reuse these throughout your entire Shopify store however many times you want, and you can always install more sections. Down below you will find a link to our Slack channel and you can get in touch with us directly, and we would love to hear your feedback.